Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about compound events, specifically with replacement. So if you pick something out of a drawer, let's say you're going for a spoon, you take the spoon out, maybe you put it back in and realize you needed a fork. You replace what you took. So that's what we're going to be talking about with our probability examples. So in some of these examples, you are doing a simple event a few times, so that is a compound event, but you are replacing what you took every single time. So let's look at the example that we have here. So you're picking a marble, putting it back and picking again. So when you are talking with replacement, your sample space does not change. I have that right up here in the corner for us to remember. So what that means is when you are picking your marble, your coin, whatever it is in your probability, question, you are going to put it back after you pick the first time. So in our example, there are 10 marbles in a bag, 2 of each color. So there are 5 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. So the first question here, I'll label it number 1. You want to find the probability of picking a green and then a blue. So you want to find your probability of green and then blue. That's another way you could write this situation. So your probability of picking a green. Well, there's 2 of each marble and there are 10 in the bag. So that means you have a 2 out of 10 chance of picking this green. And we learned before, that means that we need to multiply. So we're going to times now the probability of picking the blue. So again, there are still 2 of each colored marble in the bag and 10 in total. So that means there are 2 blue out of the 10 total in the bag. Now, when we pick the marble, we put it back. So that means our sample space, our denominator, didn't change. So now we just multiply straight across and simplify. 2 times 2 is 4. 10 times 10 is 100. And I can reduce this by dividing numerator and denominator by 4. And I'm going to get 1 over 25 as my final answer. So that means every 25 times I run this experiment, I will get 1 green and 1 blue when I pick. So in my last video, I discussed how compound probability can really kind of vary. So when you hear that word and, it means you want both events to take place no matter what. So your probability is going to be a lot smaller. When you see the word or, your probability might be a little bit bigger because you want this to happen or this to happen. You don't care which, you just want one of them to occur. So let's look at problem number 2, where we do have to find probability using the word or right here. So we want to find the probability of picking a yellow or an orange marble. So probability of yellow or orange. So again, there are 2 out of the 10 marbles that are yellow and 2 out of the 10 marbles that are orange. You're going to add in this case because you want either outcome to occur. So 2 plus 2 is going to give me a 4. Carry my denominator over since I'm adding fractions. And I can divide this by 2, top and bottom. So now I have a fraction of 2/5. That means I have a 2/5 chance of getting a yellow or an orange. So that means every 5 times I run this experiment, I am going to get 2 times where I get a yellow or an orange marble. So you can see how our probability kind of goes up when we're talking about or. And let's look at the last one here, number 3. We want to find the probability of picking 2 red marbles. Okay, well, I want to pick 1 red marble, so that's 2 over 10. And I want to pick another red marble, so I have to multiply again by 2 over 10. So this is the same probability that we found for number 1, so I can just look back there, and I get the same answer of 1 over 25. So even though the probability questions were different, the probability answers were